What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, my brothers, I missed you guys, man. Last week, I was celebrating my birthday, so hey, I gotta celebrate, man. My girl, she showed up in a big way. Shout out to my shorty, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brothers, especially my brother Antoine, bro. You showed up in a big way. Appreciate you, appreciate you. My little brother, Big Mario, Rizzo, appreciate y'all. Everybody that came to help me celebrate my birthday. Hey yo, I appreciate all y'all. Cousins, I appreciate y'all, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, my birthday turned out really good. So I just want to send a shout out to everybody that made it what it was. All y'all people that wish me happy birthday on YouTube. Y'all wish me happy birthday on Facebook and all them other social media platforms, mostly on Facebook though. If you send me a text message, I texted you back. I probably didn't say it on Facebook because I don't really be on Facebook like that. But I appreciate you for sending me the Facebook shout out because I know you got the notification on Facebook that said it was my birthday, but you ain't really remember. But I still appreciate you for taking out time to say happy birthday, Marcus. I appreciate that. I'm gonna put a status up to say thank you everybody for the birthday wishes and blah blah blah. But I appreciate you though. Thank you to everybody that made my birthday true success. Special shout out to Antoine. Special shout out to my shorty, my Jennifer, my baby, my honey. I surely do appreciate you. But you know, that's not what today's show is about. First off, I want to welcome you to the Marcus Stewart podcast, where I help you master your manhood in every way. If you are a man and you are listening to this, I want to say thank you for listening. If you are listening to this on podcast, I want to say thank you, my brother. I want you to do this if you're on podcast. Click the setting for auto download so you never miss when I upload an episode. If you are watching this on YouTube, I want to tell you something. Keep watching. Hey, now, hey, yo, subscribe to the channel, man. No, you know what? The easy, simple way that you could do to help me boost my channel is was just by liking the video. You ain't got to subscribe, just like the video. Now, if you do like the show and you've been watching the shows and you were enjoying the shows, absolutely subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And look, if you don't want to subscribe, if you don't want to like it, you could just share this with somebody who you know needs to hear it. Today, I'm talking about money. And I'm talking about the money mistakes that men be making, bro. Look, it's a hard conversation. Hope you stick around to the end. Got a lot of good stuff for you on this episode. But today I'm talking about money. I'm talking about 5 things that men do with their money that is as stupido. You shouldn't be doing it, my brother. But today I'm talking about money. And look, I'm just trying to bless your game. I'm gonna give you 5 things that you need to stop doing with your money. I'm gonna give you 5 things that you need to stop doing with your money. 5 things that is killing your finances. I'm going to talk about why you might be overspending, and I'm going to give you the right mindset about money. I'm going to give you 5 things to start doing. So I'm not going to just give you 5 things to stop doing. I'm going to give you 5 things to start doing. You know what I'm saying? That to help you to build your financial foundation. 5 things that you can start doing, simple things, really easy things that anybody can do that'll help you build your own financial foundation. So I'm going to jump right into it. My brother, listen. I know that you may not be doing the right stuff with your money. So I'm going to start with the most simplest thing. And here's number 5. 5 things that you are doing with your money. And in between these things, I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to stop doing, 5 things that you need to start doing. Here's number 5. 5 is buying what you want and begging for what you need. My brother, first of all, if you pass 30, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. If you pass 30 and you still buying shoes that you want, but you can't pay your car insurance, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, my brother. But I'm not criticizing you, bro. I'm just telling you, right now, this is the time that you need to have a grown man-to-man conversation. Now, I got a mixer over here, and they gonna help me cheer you on to do the right thing. My brother, you need to stop this. Right. Right. You need to stop buying what you want, knowing you can't afford to do it. You can't do that. If you can't afford to take your girl out, you need to not do it. You need to get creative. Look, when you buy what you want, you end up begging for the things that you need. And if you can't pay your car insurance, my brother, you don't need them J's. I'm just telling you. If you can't pay your car insurance, you don't need them Nikes. Nikes. You don't need the Nikes, bro. Now you don't need them. You don't need the Reeboks. You need to get you some Pro Wings, some XJ900s. They don't have Paylesses no more. But you need to get you some different kind of shoes. Get you some feelers, bro. Bro, if you can't afford to buy what you want, you need to downgrade. I'm just telling you, bro. Go watch the episode of Martin where your boy was like airwhack. You need to do that, my brother. No, but look, when you buy what you want and then you end up begging what you need, most of the time, you dudes, y'all end up spending too much on your girl. You taking your girl out when you know you can't afford it. You know you need to be putting this money back on your rent, or you need to be putting this money back for your gas money. You know that you need to be putting this money back in your savings. You know you need to be putting this money back, but you don't do it because you want to take your girl out. My brother, you need to let her chill. Get creative. It's a lot of free dates here in Houston. It's a lot of free stuff that you can do in Houston. Go watch not my last episode, but go watch a couple of them old episodes. I did a specific episode was like, why does she act like that? She gives a lot of free things that you can do. It's a free museum here in Houston, a couple of free museums. It's a bunch of free parks. You can take your girl to the park, do a picnic, plan a picnic, find a shaded area. If you can't afford to buy it to take her out, you need to be making some sandwiches, my brother. My G, look, my G, my G. It's time now for you to start fixing your finances. And your girl is the main problem. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you this. You need to evaluate the girls that you with, bro. Like, evaluate them, see if they worth building something with. A girl that's good with her money is worth building with. If your girl is not satisfied because you planned a date, she probably not the one for you, my bro. I'm just telling you this. I'm telling you this, my G, because ain't nobody else told you that. If she always needs you to spend money on her, she probably not the one for you, bro. I mean, I hate to be the one to tell you that, but look, this is why you need to watch this show because I'm gonna tell you the stuff that ain't nobody else real enough to tell you. But I'm real enough to tell you, bro. Guess what? Guess what, my brother, my G, my guy. I love you, gang. But guess what? She don't love you. And if she do, then you need to train her as far as money. And then if she don't get it, you need to kick rocks, bro. I was finna say, scoot on before you get put on. You gotta tell her, scoot on before she get put on because she is putting on your finances, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta be the one to tell you that. But look, plan you need to get more creative. This what I say. And look, go agree, disagree, but just hear me out right quick. Look, if you ain't got the money to do it, you need to have the creativity to do it. You can win a girl with your creativity, bro. If she a good one and she have love and respect for you, bro, and she know you trying to do some things with your finances, bro. If you ain't got the money to do it, your creativity need to do it. You need to write that down. It's a lot of free museums. It's a lot of you can take your girl on a picnic in the park. Look, it's a couple of airports here in Houston. And wherever you are, if you ain't got an airport in your area, go find somewhere where y'all can sit and chill. Go find a good scene area where it's a nice little scene. Put you a little pallet on the grass. If you got a truck, put you some cover on your truck. Go watch the airplanes take off at the airport. They got them around wherever you live at. Bro, I'm just telling you, if you ain't got the money, you need the creativity. And if you ain't got neither one of them, I'm sorry, my brother, you ain't gonna have no honey. I mean, you gotta have creativity or money. And look, most of the time, if you ain't got money, you need creativity. If you ain't got neither one, you gonna die alone, my brother. Or she must really love you. But I'm just trying to tell you, look, go find somewhere, plan you a picnic, plan you some free dates, find the free museums in the area, find the free places you can go for free. Just you can go to a food truck park and have a great day. I'm just telling you, my brother, you don't need to be spending what you do not have. You can do an in-house game night. You can do an in-house cook night. You cooking for her. I'm just giving you some things to help you save your money, my brother, because no woman wants a man that is always spending but can't pay his rent. You spending all the time, but you can't pay your car insurance. Come on. You buying shoes all the time, but you can't keep gas in your car. When you get a flat tire, you got to call. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm sorry, we got to go here so fast, but bro, money is a lot of dudes lacking on the bread, bro. Like, what's your bread like? What's your money like? I'm just asking you. What is your money like? Can you afford to get a new tire if your tire break? If one of your tires bust, one of your tires bust. I don't know why that's funny, but that's funny. If one of your tires bust, can you afford to buy a new one? A new one. I ain't talking about a used one. Because if you buy a used one, look, you talking to somebody that I done been there to buy used tires multiple times. So, I know how it goes. So you buy a tire, next 3 months you gotta buy another one. Next 2 months you gotta buy another one because you never know what you're getting when you're buying a used tire. I ain't talking about the used one, I'm talking about the new one. If you ain't got enough money to buy you a new tire, you should not be taking your girl or your date to Steak 48 bars. Sorry, I got to be the one to tell you that, my brother. But nah, no woman wants a man that is always spending but can't pay his rent, can't buy a tire, can't get his car fixed, can't put gas in his car. No woman wants a man like that. She will love you, but she will lose respect for you. She will like you, but will not respect you. You as a man got to build the right way. You know what I'm saying? Look, I always say this: delayed gratification. If you a man, bro, you need to learn this concept, delayed gratification, because ain't no woman gonna respect you if you can't take care of your business. I'm sorry, my brother, but I gotta bless your game, my G. Did nobody else tell you that? I'm the man to tell you that. Ain't no woman gonna respect you if you can't handle your business first. And guess what? If she don't respect you because you handle your business first and you can't spend all the extra money, she ain't the one. I'm sorry to tell you that, my brother. Sorry to tell you that. If she can't understand that you got to build, she is not the one. That's how God sounds when he talking to you. She ain't the one, my brother. If you was looking for a sign, she ain't it. She should respect that. Look, any good woman is gonna respect a man that knows how to prioritize his money. And if she can't do that, you don't need to be with her, my brother. I'm sorry for telling you that. But I need to be the one to tell you that. You need to cut her loose and let her go. Let her go. Sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. Don't kill the messenger. Know what I'm saying? I'm just the one to tell you. You got to learn this, bro. You grow internally knowing that you have self control in secret areas. Financial discipline is a secret area that women may not ever say it, but they will always respect it. If she a good one, if she a good one, she may never say it, but she will always respect it when you recognize that you need to have internal self control, especially when it comes to money. That's going to show her that she can trust you. She will always respect a man that has financial self control. I can't apologize for that, bro. I'm putting you on game, my G. A woman will always respect a man that has financial self control. A good woman will always appreciate and try to build with a man that has financial self control. That lets her see that she can trust you. That lets her see that she can build with you. That lets her see like she can trust herself with you. Like she's gonna trust you even with her money when she sees that you are disciplined with your money. But you got to prove that you can lead, my brother. Now get this. If you not good with money, you need to find you a woman that is good with money. because I'm look, I'm an equal opportunist. Equal opportunity. I don't know how I said that, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm an equal opportunist. Wow, that's how you're supposed to say it. But the thing is, if you know you're not good with money, you need to get with a woman that is good with money so that y'all can save and build y'all money. The theme of today's episode is financial foundation. If you ain't got it, my brother, you losing. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for the world. But you need to get you a good woman. So look, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Buying something that you want in the moment will make you feel good in the moment, but I guarantee you this, it will make you feel bad when you have to beg to pay your rent and put gas in your car. My brother, it's time to grow up, my brother. It's time to grow up. I'm sorry I got to be the one to tell you, but it's time to grow up. Sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you that, but you got to grow up, my brother. You should not be spending all your money on your girl. You should not be spending all your money on a date. You should be able to prioritize your finances. You should be building a financial foundation. That is the main thing that you need to be thinking about doing right now. Let me ask you this question, my brother. I know. All right, let me ask you this question. Um, do you have $100 in your bank account? Do you? Don't worry, I'll wait. You know what you got. Do you have $100? If you don't have $100 in your bank account, you probably need to reevaluate your life. My brother. If your woman goes against that, it's a sign that she is either immature or she is just not right for your life. That's a sign that you will never be able to build money. I'm gonna tell you this. Look, I used to deal with a girl, a woman, um, who she would cook. She could cook real good. She was good around my kids. She was, to a certain extent, she was good around my kids. Everything I got going in my life, she was all right. But she was terrible at following a financial plan. Sorry to say this, but I'm not with her no more. I'm sorry, bro. I'm with somebody else. Multiple people that I have dealt with in my past, right? And they were good in some areas. But when it comes to finances, bro, I would not be begging. I would not be broke again. I would never be I'm not getting on the bus no more. I'm not. Now, when I had to do that, I could do that to build something. But I'm not going back to being on the bus because the woman that I'm with can't be disciplined with her money. No, my brother. No, it's not happening. She didn't know how to be financially disciplined. And guess what? Now I got somebody. I mean, I'm not the one to tell you to break up with your girl. I'm just telling you to evaluate, my brother. You should not be buying what you want and begging for what you need. That is not a man. That is not a man. I'm sorry, my brother. That's not a man. You can look like it, you can dress like it all you want to, but if you got to beg to put gas in your car, if you got to beg when you have an emergency, if you got to beg to pay your rent, if you got to beg to pay your light bill or your gas bill or whatever kind of bill that you got, sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you that. You got to restructure your finances, my brother. All right, here it is. Number 4. This one right here is near and dear to my heart, right? Right. I got 5 of them, only 5. Number 4, payday loans, pawn shops, and title loans. My brother, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, if you don't own your car and you are getting a title loan, you need your ace beat. Now, I don't cuss. I try not to cuss on my show, right? If you don't own your car and you getting a title loan, you need your ace beat. If you done been to the pawn shop, I'm sorry, my brother. Bro, if you done been to the pawn shop more than once this month, if you done been to the pawn shop once this month, you need your ace beat. If you done got a payday loan, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you got a payday loan, if you've been to the pawn shop, my brother, you need to go and stay with your mama for like the next 3 months so you can save you $2,000 or $1,000 in your savings account and then start over. Because that means You're not ready. You're not ready, bro. I'm sorry. Look, my G. I love you, my G. But guess what? If you relying on payday loans, you're not ready. If you relying on pawn shops, you're not ready. If you relying on title loans, you're not ready. Now let me tell you this: if you got a girl that's dealing with you and you doing these things and she's still with you, she really love you, my nigga. She really love you, bro. Because sorry, bro, but I'm telling you this. Number four, if you're doing these things, come on, man. What you really need to do is you need to reevaluate your finances right now. You need to evaluate where your money is going and then think about removing a bill that you might want but you don't need at the moment. Remember what I said number 1 is buying what you want but not what you need. If you find yourself going to payday loans, title loans, and pawn shops every month or every other month, you need to evaluate your finances, and you need to remove a bill that you might want but you might not need. I'm just telling you. If you got a rent center bill and that's keeping you at the pawn shop, I want you to connect those two. That the rent center and pawn shop should not be at the same month. That means you need to alleviate that rent center bill. If you paying for something that you can't afford, I don't know what it is, electronics in your house. If you, bro, we gonna talk about that later. But if you are financing a PlayStation, my nigga, and you at the pawn shop or you getting a title loan because you got all come on, my brother. You gotta stop this. You need to remove it because you don't need it. You just want it and it's keeping you in the broke house. Stop this. Evaluate your lifestyle, my brother. Now look, I want you to do this. If you always at the pawn shop, if you always getting a title loan, if you always getting a payday loan, I know a couple of brothers that was doing this. If you in your late 30s and you still doing this because of your woman, my brother, you watching the right show today because I'm the man to tell you, stop it. You got to stop this. Evaluate your woman if you have one. If you always at the pawn shop, if you always getting a loan, evaluate if your woman is the problem because you know what? A woman can help you achieve greatness or a woman can help you go into the gutter. Bow. A woman can help you go up or she can help you go down. And I want you to evaluate your life, my brother. I want you to evaluate that. Is your woman keeping you broke? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But is she? Evaluate this. Evaluate that. Is your woman keeping you broke, my brother? Do you got? Look, my brother. I'm sorry. This is a hard conversation, but bro, if you gotta ask your mama for $25 to put gas in your car because you took your girl out last night, come on, my brother. You gotta stop this. You got to learn what it is to balance and budget. So I taught my kids this when they was young. I said, how much money do you have coming in? And then they say this. And then I say, how much money do you have going out? Now, for young kids, they want more than they earn. Then I say this, don't ask me for something, right? If you don't earn more than what you asking for, bars. Don't ask for more than what you earn for. Look, this needs to be communicated to you, my brother. You should not be buying more than what you earn. This is a simple financial principle. This is called balancing budget. How much do you bring in? How much is going out? Include your daily expenses and weekend expenses. If you see that you eating out every day, my brother, you need to buy some groceries. If you see that you partying on the weekends because of your girl, you need to tell her y'all gonna do some free dates, my brother. I'm just trying to bless your game, my G. If you are always pawning something or you need to get a loan, you are living above your means, and maybe you or your girl is the problem. Stop this. Oh my God. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just telling you. You trying to maintain an appearance that your bank account can't actually support. Stop this. Stop this. You trying to look like something that you can't afford. Stop this. Stop it. Press pause. Stop. And if your girl is supporting you while you're doing this, bro, shame on her and shame on you. And I'm gonna tell you this: she gonna probably leave you when your money ran out. I'm just telling you, bro. If your woman is encouraging this, you need to break up with her because she don't really care about you. She only care about what you can do for her. And I want you to put it to the test. If you start doing free dates and she break up with you or she start giving you problems, that's a sign, my brother. If you start telling her You want to build a financial foundation, and because of this, you got to stop doing this, that, and the third, and she get mad at you for that. Don't say I told you so. Just say some nigga online told you. Nah, give me the credit, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Type that in the comments, bro. You gotta do this. You need to break up with her. She don't really care about you. She only care about what you can do for her. If she really want to build a life with you, she will make the sacrifices to build the kind of life that y'all both need. You gotta make the switch, bro. You gotta make the switch. Make the switch. A good woman is going to encourage good habits. That means she gonna encourage good spending habits. She not gonna criticize you for that. She gonna respect you for that, my brother. You you look. You might be to buy this stuff, to do this stuff, to go out, to you taking her to Steak 48 or whatever y'all doing. I say Steak 48 all the time because that's one of them top end restaurants, and I think a lot of women don't deserve it. But you feel like your woman deserve it. I got you. All right. But if you doing that and you paying, you might be feeding your ego and feeding her stomach, but you are killing your bank account. Now here's a question. Which one is more important to you? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm gonna tell you which one should be more important. Come on, man. No money, no honey. I mean, conversation do rule the nation. But at the end of the day, what make a woman respect the man and submit is her level of respect. What makes a woman submit is her level of respect, right? You got to be able to say, no, baby, we can't afford that and stick to it because you trying to build something. And your woman should be trying to build something too. I'm just telling you, bro. Here's the thing. And then we go on to number 3. Always make more than you are responsible for. Bars. I'm sorry, my G. But I'm the one I'm trying to bless your game. I'm trying to bless your game. Always make more than you are responsible for. Bars. You got to do this right here, bro. Or else you can always be broke. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You know what? Maybe my job is leading you to being broke so you can find a woman that actually care about you. Because if a woman get with you and you broke, she kind of love you a little bit. But she ain't gonna stay too long. But I mean, you got to show her that you got a plan, a financial plan that even she can't make you change. I'm just trying to bless your game, my G. You got to step that finances up. All right, here's number 3. Getting a credit card with no money in the bank. My brother, bruh, if you got a credit card and you ain't got no money in the bank, uh, I'm gonna tell you what, you headed to being broke for a long time. I'm telling you. If you want to get a credit card, but you ain't got no money in the bank, look, this is what you this what it says is that you want to look like something that you are not. That says that you need external validation. When you want to get a credit card that you don't have the money in the bank to support, I'm talking about when you get it. That means you want to look like something that you don't have. Here's the rule. Now, look, I'm trying to help you build internal confidence. I'm trying to help you build a financial foundation. I'm trying to help you build real confidence that comes from, you know, solid stuff as a man, not ego. I could care less about ego and pride. I'm trying to help you build confidence. Confidence is this: when you have a line of credit, but you have this, I would say double the amount in your regular bank account. You're doing this when you're trying to buy a house, when you're trying to get a house financed. Because if you trying to get credit, maybe for a car, but the point is, if you're trying to get a credit line for an amount that you don't have in your bank account, that does not build internal confidence. That is called fake. That is called fake, my brother. The right way to do credit, the right way to do a credit card is however much credit you want to have on that credit, however much of a credit line that you want to have. Let's say if you want to have $250 of credit, that means you need to have $400 to $500 in the bank. That's how you do credit, my brother. If you got $0 or negative in the bank consistently, if you can't maintain $400 to $500 in your bank account. You do not need $400 to $500 of credit. This is what they don't tell you. But guess what? I love you enough to tell you I'm trying to bless your game. If you don't have that in your bank account, you don't need to get that on a credit card because the only thing that's going to do is that's going to make you spend more than what you got. That means you don't have the discipline. If you don't have $100 in your savings account, you don't need $50 worth of credit. You ain't gonna do nothing but continue to go broke. You gotta build your bank account up. When you build your bank account up, that's when you're ready to build your credit line up. That's how credit works. Look, they ain't gonna tell you this, but this the right way to do credit. The right way to do credit. So I'm gonna tell you something wrong, but I'm gonna tell you something right. The wrong thing to do is to get a credit line when you ain't got no money in the bank. The right thing to do is you need those months of building your bank account up, my brother. You need that because that's gonna teach you to be cautious with your spending when you get the credit card. That's why your credit is. I was boy, y'all almost. That's why your credit card is effed up, my brother. It's messed up because you didn't discipline and build first. Credit is not for people that just want extra money. Credit is not just for people that want free money. Credit is for people that want extra money after they done build it. Build your bank account to twice the amount of credit that you want just to be safe. And if you can't do that, you don't deserve credit. I want you to think of credit as your good name. Think of credit as your good name that will tell people whether you can be trusted or not. Whatever number that is, that number says, this is a number that I can trust him to. 800, I can trust him to an 800. 400, I can't trust this nigga. I can't trust this cis nigga. I don't even know what that is, but you get my point. This lady that's a nigga. I can't trust this man nigga or this lady nigga. If your credit score is bad, people will automatically assume that you cannot be trusted. I'm just telling you this. Look, there's a proverb in the book of Proverbs. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. What that means is when you think of your credit as a good name, your good name will get you stuff that you don't have the money for, but you can afford to do it because you have built a good name. I'm telling you this, the wise thing to do is to have 2 times the amount. So if you're trying to get a $250 line of credit for a credit card, you need to have $500 in a savings account consistently. And if you can't do it consistently, you don't deserve credit. Sorry, my brother. Real confidence in a man comes from building, building. Real confidence comes from building step by step, brick by brick. When you see that you can build $1,000 from nothing, when you see that you can build $500 from nothing, when you see that you can build $250 from nothing, I'm just telling you these credit card lines, right? When you see that you can build that and then build it and then build it, that's where real confidence comes from. Ego comes from you want to look like you're doing it, but you're not really doing it. And there ain't nothing worse than a man, I'm telling you, my brother, to a woman. Ain't nothing worse than a man that make her think that you can afford something that you can't really afford. If she gonna talk to you, she gonna deal with you. She gonna deal with you no matter what you have or what you don't have. But when you playing a game like that, you trying to do this with your, I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm just trying to bless your game, my G. It ain't it. It ain't it. All right. Here's number two. Here's number two, bruh. This one is near and dear to my heart, but not as bad as number one. So stick around. Here's number two. Financing a phone. Oh my God. My brother. My brother. My brother. If you are fine, you know what? Let me tell you what financing the phone means. Financing the phone means I see this phone that costs $1,000. I can't afford to buy it right now, but I'm gonna pay the phone off as I pay the phone bill. If you are on that plan and you are watching my show, I want you to go tomorrow to whatever place you get your phone company from, and I want you to get a printout of what you are paying for your phone, and I want you to see the percentage on that. Basically, what I'm saying is if the phone costs 800 and you didn't have 800 to pay that, they are charging you an annual percentage where you will probably end up paying 12 to $1,300 for your phone. And this is what they do. Before you finish paying that phone off, they are going to give you or try to make you buy another phone, which means this is what they have done. Whatever you paid on that last phone, you start over with the new phone. I'm just trying to get you to see. They're setting you up to pay money for a phone for the rest of your life. And you will never be able to own the phone. If you financing the phone, look, my brother, you should never be financing a phone. Everybody laugh at me because I got a certain type of phone, right? I mean, laugh. That's fine. Ha, 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 ha. Everybody laugh because I got a certain type of phone, right? Ha, ha, ha. Right? Okay, it's fun. But guess what? You know how much my phone bill is? My phone bill is like 30 something dollars. And guess what? You might be laughing at that. But my phone could do everything that all them $1,000 phones could do. I have not, right now to this day, I have not seen a phone that can do more than what my phone can do. I can send emails, I can send text messages, I can call people unlimited. I have unlimited text. I can call if I'm not in the United States. I mean, I got signal everywhere. I mean, what are we really paying for, my brother? Do you know what you're paying for? Stupidity, because you're an idiot. Did nobody tell you that? Financing the phone, they gonna charge you extra interest on that. Did nobody tell you that? Guess what? I'm the one to tell you that. If you are financing the phone, my brother, you throwing your money away. $15 every month extra for a phone that you can't afford. If you can't afford it today, you don't need to buy it. I'm just telling you. Look, now this you might say, "Oh, that's radical. That's too much." You don't deserve to have it, my brother. If you can't afford it today, you don't need to buy it. The only things that you should finance in this life is a house or a car. And we're going to talk about a car for number one. But you should only finance a house or a car. A phone is not something that you should be getting finances for. That means you should be taking out a loan for a phone. Bars. A phone is not a necessity. But you know what a phone will do? It will keep you broke. It will keep you struggling. It will keep you. They're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna give you a credit. We're gonna help you to pay it. We're gonna let you pay half and then half." You idiot! You're just throwing your money away when you could have bought a phone outright for $300. Save up your little money, buy you a phone for 400, $400, and it's yours. And you saving. Look, I want you to do this. 12 times 15. If you got the look. 12 times 15. So they say, oh, you paying $15 towards your phone, right? I'm gonna do the math right here on my calculator. And I would do it in my head, but I don't want you to sit around for that. But if you paying 15 more dollars for your phone after 12 months, that's $180 more. $180 more that could have been in your bank account. You say $180 ain't nothing. I spend that money ain't a thing. I'm gonna tell you this. If you saying that, then you should have saved that 180 and put it on your phone at the beginning. But if you saying money ain't a thing and you paying it at the end, it's because you're broke. Sorry to be the one to tell you that, my brother. But if you spending that in interest, you can't afford it. You should be spending at the front. I'm just telling you. Because if you spend it at the front, guess what? It wouldn't be $180. That's how money works. You spend more on the end than you do at the beginning. If you have it at up front, you're gonna spend less up front than you will in the end. I'm saying this because nobody told me this. But if you financing the phone, my brother, you paying the phone down month to month. Look, you need to reconsider that next deal, bro. You don't need to be doing that. Next time, yeah, just go up in there, buy you a phone. If you got to downgrade, you got to get you an iPhone 12 or something. Do it so you can save your money, brother. Come on, my brother. I want you to consider how much you will be saving in 6 months. That's why you still broke, my brother. That's why you still in debt. Because you got these little things that add up over time. You have bad financial habits. And I'm trying to bless your game. These extra people are getting money that could and should have been in your bank account. And you are gladly giving it away so you can have an iPhone 17. Just so they come up with an iPhone 18 next year and you're going to buy it. Come on, my brother. Stop financing phones, bro. It only means you are too broke to afford it. And they are charging you interest. You know what interest is? Interest is if the phone is, I already told you, if the phone is $900, they probably gonna charge you $300 on interest, maybe 200, but they still charging you more for the phone than it actually worth. And you are gladly paying it because you say, "Oh, I could walk out of here with the phone today, but I could just pay $15 a month." You idiot! You gonna always be broke. Oh my God. I'm trying to bless your game, my brother. Look, the goal here is to build lasting finances. Lasting. Now, I'm gonna do an episode about what you should invest your money in, but today's episode is about what you should not be putting your money in. And one of those things is a phone. Buy it straight up. When I went, I saw the phone that I like. That was like a couple $100. Well, it was like three something. Yeah, I'm gonna pay that because I ain't finna be financing no phone. And my phone bill is gonna be like $40. While other people's phone bills is 55, 60, $70 because they're trying to buy a phone that they can't afford. Just trying to tell you this, my brother, is keeping you in the broke house. Say $15 ain't nothing, man. $15, I ain't gonna go broke over $15. Here's my philosophy on that. If you ain't gonna go broke over $15, then why are you still spending it? You should put that in your bank account. Let that be building your money. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm just telling you. I mean, I'm not sorry because I'm trying to bless your game. All right. Here's the last but not least. And this is a big one right here. Most niggas that I know are broke because, drum roll, please. Don't laugh at my drum roll, bro. Bad car financing. Most people buy cars that they cannot afford because they go into the car dealership desperate, sick of being on the bus, or you just ready to roll off the lot with something. So you take 500, you take $1,000, and you go put that as a down payment on the car. They tell you your car note is gonna be $500 a month, or 600 or up, plus insurance. You're happy to do that because why? You want a car. The number one reason why you niggas is in debt is bad car finance. You niggas in debt because y'all don't know how to do these deals when it comes to money. When it comes to financing a car. Now, let me tell you this. This is what you should do. Buy KBB. What KBB is, now I'm giving you some free game, my brother. If you're watching this, my sister, and send this to your man. Free KB. You need to find a KBB. Buy a KBB. There's this Kelly Blue Book. It's online, but they have the actual books. Go find a Kelly Blue Book. This is how you're supposed to buy a car. Let me school you right quick. You're supposed to do a Kelly Blue Book. KBB is you find out how much the car is actually worth. So the Kelly Blue Book is going to tell you how much whatever car you're buying is worth. I would definitely say invest in the Carfax or the Carfax or whatever that fax thing is. But I'm always negotiating everything. But especially find you a KBB, Kelly Blue Book, is going to tell you how much whatever car that you want is actually worth. The Carfax is going to tell you whether it has been an accident. That means whether, even if it's worth this certain amount of money, the Carfax is going to say it's been in a wreck, so you don't need to buy it. So I would invest that up front. I would also invest up front a mechanic to come out and check that car, no matter what lot it's on. And if the car lot does not allow a mechanic to come out and check that car, you don't need to buy it, my brother. You don't. Let them hook up that machine to it to see what codes come up if the check engine light is on. But you need to find out. I'm gonna tell you why. Because one time I bought a Jeep. A Jeep, I think it was I forgot what kind of Jeep this was that I bought. But I bought a Jeep one time and it was a really nice Jeep. I loved my Jeep, right? But thing is, they financed me that car for $8,000. When I found out how much the Jeep was actually worth, I found out the Jeep was actually worth $4,000. So I was paying double for an old truck that was a gas guzzler. And they were charging me $4,000 of interest on the truck that was only $4,000. Now, here's what I'm telling you to do. If you get the KBB, the Kelly Blue Book, and you work on these finance principles that I'm telling you, you save up $5,000. Had I saved up $5,000, what I could have went in there and did, when he said this car is for sale, I'm selling you this for 8,000, I would have said, this is what I have. I have $4,000 in cash. Your car is worth $4,000. So I'll give you $4,500 right now, cash, and it's mine. We don't need to do no finances. I'ma just buy it outright for 45. I'm sure he would have went for that. 43. I'm sure they would have went for that. But I didn't do that. Instead, I had got a car note paying $400 a month plus insurance. And as soon as I missed or was late on my car insurance, you know what they did. I know you know what they did because they do the same thing to you. They came and got it. So that means if you been paying on this car for a year and you was late on insurance after a year, they gonna come pick it up. And guess who out of all that money? Who out of all that money? Guess. Guess who out of all that money? It ain't them. It's you. That's right, my brother. They just played you, my brother. You got to know how to do this. What does APR mean? Annual percentage rate. That's for a credit card. But you need to look at the MSRP. You need to look at what they're charging you for your finances, my brother. It's not what you can afford every month. It's how much it is. You'll be paying 3 to 5 years for a car that you could have paid off in 2 years had you done your financing right. I'm just telling you, you got to stop thinking about how much you can afford to pay every week or how much you can afford to pay every month and start thinking of how much you are paying overall. Look, I never forget this, bro. I'm telling you, if you can't afford a car, buy a scooter or a bike until you build your money up. Look, this is what I did. I was on a bus and I lived right down the street from my job. So I would catch the bus on the mornings that I woke up late. Then the mornings that I didn't wake up late, I bought a bike. They didn't have these motorized scooters back then, but I had a bike. So I bought a bike. And I was going to work every day on time. Waking up at the time that I needed to wake up, and I was saving my money, stacking my bread. When I wanted to go out on a date, they had Uber back then. So I would go Uber to the date and I would Uber back. It was a little extra money, but hey, I could afford to do it because I was stacking my money. But here's the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is when I saved up my money, I went to CarMax to buy a car. And I said, this is how much I have. This is what I want to spend. The dude was trying to get me. I had $5,000. The dude was trying to get me to put $5,000 down on the car of the year. I said, I'm not doing that because why? You know what they're going to do? You know what they do with your money when you take your money and put that money down? They take it and the salesman makes money, the place that's doing business making money, and the finance company is making money. But guess who not making money? Guess. I guess you figured it out by now, huh? You ain't. And then guess what? They got you on the hook for the next 5 years. And I want you to add up that $500 car note. $500. Now, look, this is on the low end. I'm just trying to get you to see your money, my brother. Now, if you had the Kelly Blue Book, you can see how much the car was actually worth. But let's do the calculated math. And I'm sorry, but I need to bless your game, my G. 500 for 3 years, 12, 24, 36. That's 12 months in a year, right? For 36 months, 500 times 36. Look at this, my brother. That's $18,000. $18,000. Now listen to this. The car that he was trying to get me to buy was actually worth $12,000. Now get this. I was going to put This what the salesman was trying to do. He wanted me to put $5,000 down on the car and pay $500 a month for the next 3 years. Now I want you to do the math on that. If 3 years at 500 is 18,000, that means my 500,000, my 5,000 was immediately gone, and I was gonna be paying way more for a car. I'm look. I'm just trying to bless your game, my brother. When I looked up the Kelly Blue Book value of this car, it was 12,000. Now this was my deal. I said this. This is what I'm gonna do. I give you 4,000 a day. I'm gonna use the other 1,000 to give me some insurance, and I'm gonna pay it this, like this, like this, like this, like this. He didn't want to do that, and I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna leave." He didn't think I was gonna leave. I got up, and then you know what he did? He stopped me from leaving. Then he brought me some other paperwork that was worse than the first paperwork. I said, "Sir, I'm finna go over the drive time." I ended up buying a different car, but you get my point. My point is the number one thing that's keeping you niggas broke is because you don't know how to negotiate buying a car. You should never go into a car lot desperate, like you need to walk out with a car. No, you don't. They want your money. It's yours. Look at those numbers. You need to be doing your due diligence, my brother. I'm just trying to bless your game, bro. This is the number one reason why people is broke, especially men. It may not look glamorous to be on the bus. It may not look glamorous to buy you a scooter. It may not look glamorous to buy you a bike. But I guarantee you this. Every person that laughed at me for buying a bike or riding my bike to work, they ain't got no money in their bank account. And I guarantee you I got more money in mine. I'm just telling you, right now to this day. They laughed at me for being on the bus. They laughed at me for riding my bike. But guess what? They broke. They got credit cards, they in debt, and I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you now, look, it's the hard road. I know that, bro, but that's the cost of being a man. That's the cost of being a grown up, bro. Look, you got to do what you got to do. It may not look glamorous, but you are trying to build your financial foundations. Don't be desperate. It's your money. They want it. Make them work for it. Make them make a deal that they don't want to make instead of you making a deal that's gonna cost you in the end, bro. I'm just telling you. Or look, here's the best case scenario is buy a car for cash. Buy a car for cash. Look, I'm gonna say this and then I'm going off, but I'm trying to bless your game, my G. Stop sacrificing and going in debt to build their bank account. Because you know what you're gonna do for the next 3 years? You're gonna be sacrificing, you're gonna be going in debt, you're gonna be going to the pawn shops, you're gonna be going to get the title loan on the car that they own, trying to pay the car note and the insurance, and you only building up their bank account when you should have negotiated and sacrificed to build your own bank account. Just trying to bless your game, my brother. So look, if you're listening to my podcast today, I want to say thank you. I want you to do this. If you are listening to this podcast on whatever podcast platform, you need to set this podcast so it will automatically download. So whenever I upload an episode, you'll get the episode automatically. So do that if you're listening to this on podcast, whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on. If you're watching this on YouTube, one easy, simple way, free way that you can support my channel is by just liking this video. Liking the video will also help me boost my channel. So liking the video does help. When you're ready, hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do neither one of those first two, if you don't want to like the video, all right. If you don't want to share the video, all right. But if you don't want to like the video, you don't want to subscribe, you can share the video. That's another free, easy way that you can help me boost my channel. I'm trying to help all of my brothers when it comes to money, when it comes to women, when it comes to everything you got going on in your life. This channel is perfect for you, my brother. So I'm trying to build it. I'm trying to grow it because we need to hear information like this. So anyway, look, guys, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm going offline. I will see y'all next week. Hey, I had a great birthday. And yeah, email me at Marcus at tgmchurch.org. I'll see y'all next week.